niggas that they love you, homie, don't believe it. Constantly asking for money and shit, like I had it easy. If I ever cross you out and stop fucking with you, it was for a reason. One thing about me, I never get mad. I just get easy. Might fuck on your best friend, fuck on your sister, then record it. You lying to me and want me to believe it. You must think I'm moral. I'm fucking the city up, I'm fucking the world up, having an orgy. And these niggas talking like they want problems, but they really avoid it. I'm setting the record straight, I'm willing to demonstrate any day. And I gotta say what I'm finna say. I really came up off the interstate. I got out of jail with no money. I went and found a snow bunny. I came up off the whole money. I got that hustle and flow money. I jumped off the PJ with bags. I loaded them into a Tahoe. I pulled off in a Lamborghini. That shit had me feeling like Rollo. She want me to play in her pussy. I'm finger fucking these papers. These bitches that talk bad about you, didn't wanna fuck you, so I'm fucking a hater. Ayy, ooh, I came up. Ooh, I came up. Ooh, that man up. Red bottom, red venture, nigga, red flag, I'm flamed up. When I went fed, I came back home and changed my name up. Finesse 2 federal, fed for real, I'm fucking the game up. My bitch yellow, drink yellow. Kush make me think better. Perch make me fuck better. I'm flirting with the bank teller. I look like a motherfucking Kia. I look like a motherfucking Lord. Shorty wanna fuck with a G. I'ma beat the pussy till it's swole. I'ma eat the pussy like I'm drunk. 9 grams crammed in a blunt. Pull up to the show with the pump. Fuck the back, I'm going through the front. Get the back in, through the show. Find me a freak, then I bounce. Fuck the bitch until she go to sleep. Wake her up and put the bitch out. Get out. Go that way. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of mobs over the world, right? But I'm talking about
Hold your fire until I get the signal.
Real one. How many times I gotta prove myself? Every promise that I told I kept. One of the last ones, love. I wrote the shit behind the wall. Everybody with it until they charge for the call. Everybody with it until they dog take a loss. Till that lawyer money low and your mama put up a house. Yeah. These diamonds came from struggle, that's just how it came. When I'm in jail, the only time I hear them scream my name. If you down for me, then I should never have to pick your brain. Cause when I'm free, I don't be feeling we locked in the same. If you don't do enough, then they gon' complain. I gave you the world, you want a diamond ring. Real nigga riding for you, but you chose a lane. You must ain't never had a real one. How many times I gotta prove myself? Every promise that I told I kept. One of the last ones, love. Real one. I opened some doors for some niggas that changed. I gave it to God, I could've splattered their brains. One of the last ones, love.
Rich. I'm one of the last ones left. Stayed solid through the pressure. Seen a lot of niggas change and they had time to address it. Ran up money in their face and I know now they get the message. That shit would make you hate me, but you gon' respect it. Seen niggas jump ships when as the wave rocked off. That's why I stayed blocked off. From the day I popped off. Learn to keep my mouth closed like I suffer lockjaw. Any nigga go against us just might get knocked off. In this fabricated world, I don't feel no one. Been through shit that'll make you never wanna deal with no one. Banana clips, but I don't never wanna peel no one. How many times did I tell you I'm a real one?
How many times I gotta prove myself? Every promise that I told I kept. One of the last ones, love.
Real one.
I opened some doors for some niggas that changed. I gave it to God, I could've splattered their brains. One of the last ones.
Goddamn.
right.
Get up and
oh, this that Freddie and Jason. Smooth out.
This that theme music. Some back on your Dean music. Told Swiss gotta put the top down. Drive by my old school just to make my Dean lose it. Always said I'd be a dropout. Yeah. Only right I bring the dropout. Look, and every day is first class. Not bad for the kid who never made his first class. Yeah, I'm in homeroom with dime sacks. If you miss something, rewind that. Memories take you back to the time. Take the time to remember that you can't get the time back. Now your boy's invincible. Got me teaching niggas principles. It just make me wanna holler. You can't even get $1 cause I can't talk sense to you. They wanna front till you jump in the back. Shorty named Rosa, jump in the back. House party days, you get jumped in the back. Nowadays, the jump balls just jump in the back. Swish, my jumper is back. The bars is up, high jumper is back. You gon' make one of the gremlins jump from the back. Put the strap over the shoulder like the jumpers is back.
Euro step the German Ruger. You already know Voorhees and Kruger. Kill shit, still move keys to Uber. Real shit, still gotta feed the shooters. First comes the torture, then they abuse you. Are you the victim or you the accuser? Nowadays the dealers, worse than the users. Besides that, the system thirsty to lose us. Yeah.
Flow smooth over the Marvin. Show and prove over the talking. They told me as a young G, even when you hungry, never move like you starving. Any questions, asking above. Any problems, massing the glove. Jason and Freddie, basically ready. I'm like Masika and Alexis, how I'm chasing a Fetty.
That's all I do. Please don't make me call my crew. Life's a bitch, don't make me call my boo. They get the drop and them killers there fall right through. Yeah, I'm in the projects hella late. Shooting dice, playing spades, and they selling plates. The love is for free, but they selling hate. Even selling weight to you when you're selling weight. Yeah,
this that theme music. Some back on your Dean music. This that theme music. Some back on your Dean music.
Goddamn! This that Freddie and Jason, huh? This that Freddie and Jason, huh? It's about to get ugly in the streets. That Fab, that Jada, that Swiss. Middle fingers to your haters. Come on, man, get a plate. Get your own plate. Get a seat at the table. If you're lucky, huh? Back on that thing. Back on that BS business. Can't even walk the streets. About to make it so y'all can't even walk the streets.
Yo, I'll be right back. I'm just
put the business suit up and put the hood on. Put the chains on. God damn it!
Yo, I'll be right back, dude. I'm just grabbing this dude. Have some fun tonight. Why not? You know? So, I'll see you guys in a sec. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready. Come on! You know the chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text phenomenal, rapid fire, pecs through the abdominal, you bastard liars, me who's the honorable, bathed and clothed up, shaved and close cut, restraint from temptation, was drained from both nuts, now in the physical form, verbalized through the scriptures, I was biblically born as Aya, Jebemiah, conceived through the blunt fire, on Kawasaki's Kawili up on one tire, well respected, gel connected, got the method for them pretty females, perfected for sure. Very few floors, heavy Chevy 2 doors. Candy painted to give a nigga the blue balls. Pause, this the life I chose. Then did the 360, the ciphers closed. Come on.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy.
There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Young and gifted, my tongue's prolific. In the beach bungalow is how I bung in Christmas. With a street summer flow from the hungriest district. Switch kicks, crisp when I come to them picnics. Play slow, paper chase stack and lay low. Range roll, tinted all black, the same old. Psychic mind, righteous rhymes. Then turned the new leaf for my life of crime. No concerns with new beef, who's as nice as I'm. It's confirmed from few feet, I'm still a sniper blind. Built my fame, spilt my pain. Politic and daily still trying to milk the game. It's obvious that I'm real, rap skills remain. I took some change and I'm still the same.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Learned the system, burned some ism. Jotted my Jews down like journalism. How I maneuver now, it emerged in wisdom. A pilgrim, prophesize, putting words to rhythm, relating. I Adam Clayton in manifestation, patient. Meditating with the man who's waiting, pacing. Like an inmate that sealed his fate. Let some years escape, but I'm still in shape. I'm chilling, deeply rooted. A beast with music from best out to the east. I'm too at peace to lose it, beloved. I still does it. Breathing off a Trump budget. Fresh out of Bloomies with the Louis luggage.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy. There you go.
How we get down.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy. There you go.
How we get down, down.
Here I come, Jay-Z. Here I come, Jay-Z. Here I come, there you go. Here I come.
How we get down,
Rock come, there you go. Here Jay-Z. Here I come, rock come.
I'm ready. Come on! You know the chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text phenomenal, rapid fire, pecs through the abdominal, you bastard liars, me who's the honorable, bathed and clothed up, shaved and close cut, restraint from temptation, was drained from both nuts, now in the physical form, verbalized through the scriptures, I was biblically born as Aya, Jebemiah, conceived through the blunt fire, on Kawasaki's could willy up on one tire, well respected, gel connected, got the method for them pretty females, perfected for sure, very few flaws, heavy Chevy 2 doors, candy painted to give a nigga the blue balls, pause, this the life I chose, then did the 360, the ciphers closed, come on.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Jay-Z. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Young and gifted, my tongue's prolific. In the beach bungalow is how I bung in Christmas. With a street summer flow from the hungriest district. Switch kicks, crisp when I come to them picnics. Play slow, paper chase stack and lay low. Range Rover, tinted all black, the same old. Psychic mind, righteous rhymes. Then turned a new leaf for my life of crime. No concerns with new beef, who's as nice as I'm. It's confirmed from few feet, I'm still a sniper blind. Built my fame, spilled my pain. Politic and daily still trying to milk the game. It's obvious that I'm real, rap skills remain. I took some change and I'm still the same.
The format is real sickening, contagious.
Here I come, Jay-Z. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Learned the system, burned some ism, jotted my Jews down like journalism. How I maneuver now, it emerged in wisdom. A pilgrim, prophesize, putting words to rhythm, relating. I Adam Clayton in manifestation, patient, meditating with the man who's waiting, pacing like an inmate that sealed his fate. Let some years escape, but I'm still in shape. I'm chilling, deeply rooted, a beast with music from best out to the east. I'm too at peace to lose it, beloved. I still does it, breathing off a Trump budget. Fresh out.
John on the beat, by the way.
Put some respect on the game. Put some respect on my name. I wanted money, but it came with some fame. Know them killers gon' aim for your brain. No crossing off, you better stay in your lane. I'm a product of power and pain. Put some respect on the game. Put some respect on my name. I wanted money, but it came with some fame. Know them killers gon' aim for your brain. No crossing off, you better stay in your lane. I'm a product of power and pain.
Ain't even too much talking to do, cause you might be an informant anyway. I ain't with the small talk, I let the tequila do it. Bulletproof the Porsche like Tony, I let the dealer do it. Cracking the hoopty that needed the power steering fluid. They just had to pass it off to me, I was like, yeah, I do it. They ain't never did what I done, so don't compare them to it. Quiet while I'm up in the kitchen, I put the care into it. Bars don't depreciate, my shit just decapitate. Streets know what it is, so go on with your accolades. This is for the underprivileged that call hell home. Trump gave them 1,200, Obama gave him cell phones. My man got a quarter, he was getting shorter. They hit him with another one, I'm scared to tell his daughter. Shit is getting crazy, drug game is out of order. This fentanyl, pills, or this K2 in this water. Not the money you save, the money that you run through. Damn shame, but I guess that's what it's come to. They run the game, huh? I guess that's what it's come to. Followers and likes, I guess that's what it's come to. Stars overnight, I guess that's what it's come to. But when that money run out, guess who they run to? beefing on the internet. I guess that's what it's come to. Captions and comments, that's what it's come to. Whole lot of nonsense, that's what it's come to. Fake change, damn shame, that's what it's come to. As far as rappers go, kill a few, teach a few. I'm in a digital space that's unreachable. I got a eulogy written out for each of you. You know exactly just who the fuck I'm speaking to. This ain't music that's made to stand on the couch, boy. This is something that real niggas can vouch for. He ain't get one kite, he got a dime in. His paperwork ain't right, he gotta sign in. This is a real conversation, don't even chime in. Niggas always go wrong cause they don't read the fine print. But when the money run out, guess who they run to? Damn shame, but I guess that's what it's come to. What?
Yeah, get this shit started, y'all. Welcome back to my room right now. So let's have some fun, shall we?
I mean, one time I had this one kid that used to fucking fuck with me all the time, right?
Yeah.
And he used to come in and he used to just sit down and he used to watch this guy fuck with me all the time. He loved me. The truth is he did love me. And this guy was making a lot of money. And he used to come in with 4 fucking big ass guys, right?
Yeah.
And homeboy was the elephant in the room. Anytime he walked in the room, he was the elephant in the room. You get it?
Yeah.
But this guy was fucking with me, and he had his big boys with him too. And he says, and it was the family coffee shop, right? He goes, make me an ice cream and my friends too. He was being an asshole after we got an argument. Or you know, I said I ain't giving you shit. I said I'd rather roll in shit before I give you stuff.
Frank got told to get his shine box.
Basically.
Yeah.
So homeboy starts cracking up. He's really not an emotional guy, but he starts laughing. I go, he goes, that was great, Frank. That was great. And the other guy stops and his friends stop because homeboy is the elephant in the room, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
True story, bro. So he goes, I ain't making nothing for you. I go fuck yourself, you know? It's my place anyway, my family's place.
Right. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me what, you know? Yeah.
Right. You're done. And this is at 5 o'clock. At that point in our lives, we used to all fucking hang out, the Giannini crew, and we used to just buzz balls, you know?
Yeah.
And somebody would come relieve me, and I would go home too. Paulie would go home to eat in his house. Paulie was like my brother, Paulie Russo. And he would go. Paulie's a crazy bastard. He would just go. So it'd be like me, Vito, Ralphie, his friends. He had like fucking bouncers hanging out with him all the time.
Yeah.
And a couple other kids we grew up with.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Vito goes like this. This is like, I don't know, 6 days after, because this would go on every day. Me and Ralphie would get into it all the time. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
So Vito can't take it no more. So, and it's kind of like a prerequisite for him telling me, I never talked to you like that, because he always had my back, okay?
Yeah.
He's 5 years older than me. Always like, you know, you okay? So he didn't like the way I responded to him that time, and we made it good. But at that moment, he looks at Ralphie and the kid Joe Gambino, and he goes like this. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "why don't we just go around the corner and have a fight?" He doesn't talk much, you know. He goes, "Why don't we?" He goes, Me and Frankie versus you and Joe Gambino. Rafi turns, Vito's a G. So Rafi goes to him, hey, I got no problem with you fucking Vito. I don't have no problem with you at all. He goes, you know what? He goes, Rafi, I don't like you. And Rafi goes, I never did anything to you. He goes, Rafi, I don't like you. I don't like you at all. And if you want to keep that thing going, we go fight. Anyhow, this shit, he just didn't like him, okay? He hated him. One day Ralph had a Mercedes, he was like 23 years old. You hear me?
Yeah.
And we throw a dead fish in his car.
Oh man.
And he was like, we're laughing about it. I mean, we grew up with Ralphie. Ralphie was a scumbag, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we didn't expect what was going to happen. I know Paulie coming up to me. Me and Paulie are like brothers, But Paulie was he was good-hearted. Like, in other words, if Paulie wanted to come after you, Lefty, and there was a casino in the way, you go to the casino. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't like Ralphie. Ralphie was being an asshole. He was being pompous. He was hanging out with the Gambino guys, fucking trying hard to be made and everything, forgetting about like us. He was getting credit cards and didn't want to share.
Yeah, not
And Ralphie was just being a fucking asshole. So one day I'm at the coffee shop, right? And Vito comes in. And we called Ralphie Big Head.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I call somebody I know Big Head too.
Vito loved me, and that's why he got a little perturbed when I called him an asshole,
Yeah.
He almost cried, actually. He goes, hey, you seen Big Head? He goes, do you see Big Head around? I said, no. And he looks down, he goes, you're not going to see him no more. I said, okay. This is Vito, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was it. They found him in the trunk.
Yeah. You think
and that was the only,
you think he deserved it or was asking for it?
He was an asshole. He was such nobody deserves to die, but he was such an asshole, bro. You know what he did to me one time? And it was pretty scumbagish. He's older than me, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell. I'm supervising Joker poker machines, right?
Yeah.
He comes in there with a fucking key. Takes money out of him. I catch him, right?
Yeah.
I said, what are you doing? The older guys come to check the machines and there's money missing.
That's your ass.
Huh?
I said, that's your ass.
Exactly. I didn't tell on him.
Yeah.
I said, bro, why would you do that while I'm working? And he thought it was funny.
Yeah, that is fucked up. No regard for a so-called friend.
No, yeah. And the older guys were like, I know he came in here.
Right, but you're not going to rat him out.
I didn't.
No, I know. It just shows, what kind of friend you were and what kind of friend he is.
To make a long story short, he didn't even fucking throw me anything either.
Damn. That's fucking cold.
Yeah. So he's trying to make a rat out of me, you know?
Yeah. Putting you in a position where it's like it's your ass because there's money missing, and you know you're not gonna. He's counting on you being a better friend than he was.
And me and Paul grew up together. He's like, he's gonna get his. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised me and Paul didn't kill him. We planned it too.
Yeah, you just didn't follow through with it or change your mind. What?
Me and Paul grew up with him.
Yeah.
It's like we couldn't do it.
Fair enough.
You know when you grew up with somebody?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember me, Paul, and Ralphie going to Bobby Glasses.
Yeah.
To open up a gambling sheet. We were young, we were like 18. And
Yeah.
Paul fucked that up.
All right, sorry, man. I'm just, giving this dude a quick rundown and shit. Yeah, man, should be interesting, man. Yeah, you want to say what up real quick?
What's going on, people?
So, yeah, man, he's gonna give you a taste of a prison escape story, so to speak, and then I'll provide you with the whole story and shit on a video, and then we'll go live and answer some questions on a later date. But we'll still talk about some interesting and weird and wacky things. Why not, right? It's a fucking Thursday night. So I'll be back in a minute, man. I'm just breaking down the whole concept of this shit. So I apologize, man. It's just fucking impromptu and unprovoked and unprepared. But fuck it, man. That's how shit fucking
live by the day.
There you go. Oh, this is gonna be good. So I don't know. I'm gonna play some other fucking shit for like a minute or a couple of minutes, and yeah, we'll have some fun, right? I don't know. Silo or the fucking the Terry brother fucking detective agency. Damn, I ain't got fucking long ones. Fucking took all these shits down. I got a fucking couple of fucking hella fucking you know what the hell's this? Oh, the Percy the Driver story. Why not? Yeah, that's a good one.
And it was a Thursday night game with Buffalo. I canceled because the flights were too high. It was a Monday, and it was a Thursday night game with Buffalo. And I tried to get there, but the flights were too high. So I made arrangements with him on the side, spoke to him in chats on the phone to come down. I'm a Raider fan. The Raiders were visiting Miami. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. And one night I went on Angel's show and was whacked out of my mind, all pissed off because the guy parked the car and blocked me in on the last day of the season. I could work. I went on vacation and I'm fucking hemming and hoeing, whatever. I didn't talk to anybody on there. And then he's like, oh, Fish is on the show with that Nazi. And I abused fucking MRE more than anybody.
I will say that I will say fucking Fish.
I didn't go on there because Parasite and MRE and them were on there. I went on there to fuck around. It was fucking half out of my mind.
Sipping on that scissor.
And then
How you been, Fish?
I'm like texting him. What?
Said, how you doing, Fish? The drum said, how you doing?
Yeah, Drum, I'm good. I'm telling this story. You want to hear a story?
You've been eating other fucking.
So I make flight arrangements. I book the flights. I even book a hotel in case he ain't got the Airbnb or whatever the fuck he had. I don't know what he had. And he has his driver, Percy. Percy. Like, text me back. Tony's out of town. I'm his personal driver. I'll relay the message. I'm like, jerk off. There's no message. I need to know. Do I make the purchase, cancel the fucking flights? What do I do?
Well, hold on. Why would you cancel the flight? Like, that's what my question
because
is.
If he's not inviting me to the game, that's why we were going down.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like, what would make you think he rescinded the invite between that and the fucking...
I texted him. I got the flights booked. I'm coming down. Do I need to get a hotel?
Okay.
And he texted me I'm Tony Silo's driver, Percy.
Okay, gotcha.
Tony's out of town right now, and I can relay the message. So to me, that's telling me, like, what are you fucking kidding me or what?
Well, I mean,
Tony Silo texted you as Percy.
I think so. It was the same fucking,
number and shit. It's just like he
capital letters and everything, But the only thing that surprised me is I think his wife typed it because it was all good grammar. If you ever see Silo type in a chat, it's all, caps and it's retardo.
Well, shit, bitch, it could have been fucking his driver and shit.
No, he's got a driver named Percy.
Hey man, fucking, I don't know, fucking, Percy, that.
Fish, you're saying his wife was texting you as Percy.
So basically, the number you had for him, he was texting.
Either way, I said, okay, could you give him the message? I need to know. Do I need to book a hotel or not?
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
And he didn't get back to me for days. Now it's coming up to where the flights are about to, and I'm texting him, and nothing.
Just nothing at all.
I see him in Mark's chat, right? And I'm like, Silo, and he's like, oh, Fish, you're a jerk off, this, that, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so he blew you off.
And, he blew me off, yeah.
Okay, so all right.
Because I was on Angel's panel. That's the excuse he used.
Well, yeah, okay.
Which, to me is kind of lame, You could have just said, hey, fuckhead, I don't like you on Angel's panel, fuck you. I get more.
A little bit like a,
All right, hold on. All right, so I'm just working out some details, man. One more meme, and then we'll get this shit started. I apologize for the, delay, but, hey, man, I don't know, fucking, good thing comes to those who wait or some shit like that. I don't know. Fuck off. One more meme and then, we'll, so think of some questions and some shit you might want to ask somebody, like I said, dude, been around the world, been a lot of places, so to speak.
What's up, motherfucker?
Nah, we don't need that goofy. Damn. Tricky getting beat up, dude. I see I took off all the long ones, man. I took off all the long ones. Oh, no, we got this one. There we go.
Honeyboy Hotline, this isn't for phone sex. Phone etiquette is important, Joe. What is it?
Remind me again why you're at the DMV and I'm here.
Because I need to get my driver's license if I'm going to drive the Clumobile. I should eat sex.
Yeah, but why can't I come?
They don't allow any old baby at the DMV.
Come on!
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't call you a dummy.
What the f*** are you doing in our backyard?
Language party? So what does a girl have to do to get some coke around here?
Oh, I'll ask Jeeves. Jeeves! Jeeves!
Wait,
Jeeves!
Shut your mouth. Do you hear that?
Jeeves!
Shut your mouth!
What?
Is that sound?
Oh my god! Oh. What? There's a bomb here.
Jeepers! I leave you alone for 5 minutes!
Yeah, well, you have less than 5 minutes. I don't know, I'll ask. You know how to disarm a bomb, right?
No!
No, she doesn't.
I knew that fake ginger was a liar.
What is he saying?
He says you're fake ginger and also a liar.
Oh, ha ha ha, very funny. One half of the incest twins.
We are a year apart, thank you very much.
I'm sorry, can we focus on the bomb in between us?
Nobody panic. Nobody panic! What kind of bomb is it?
I have no way of knowing that.
What you're going to want to do is disable the detonator so it's no longer attached to the explosives. Assuming it's a standard Acme pipe bomb, this should be fairly simple. Although, easiest thing you could do is shoot it with a shotgun.
Where am I going to get a shotgun, Frank? It is a Thursday. Jeez!
You know what? I'm just gonna Google it.
We are running out of time!
What is he saying?
Oh, you know what? Put on speaker. Speaker.
Just got the blue wire! There is no blue wire, you jackass!
Let's flip a coin and cut something!
I don't have scissors. Oh, mother of God! Oh, my heart is beating so fast.
I'm still alive! I've never been so alive.
Did it go off?
Yeah, it went off a bunch. What do you think?
Okay, great. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Okay, you know what? I really need something to take the edge off after that.
Oh my God, you and me both. Jeez!
Jeeves!
Mom! Jeez! Mom! Get Jeeves to get more cocaine.
You're out of brunch. You know what? No. You know what? I think I have some Quaaludes from my stepmom.
All right. So what's up, guys? What's up? Anyways, I got a guest here. It's let's just say had an interesting life, so to speak, so far. And you know, we're gonna have a little chat with him and see where it goes, and you know, give a couple short versions of some stuff, and see if it piques your interest, or you know. So, anyways, man, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'll give you a quick rundown of my interesting life I lived. You know, from beginning to now. Why not, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Sure.
Started young. You know, I was taken from my pops for abuse. And you know, I moved into my mother's house. You know, I started, you know, living my life, and I found out that I thought that I was different from everybody. You know, I always stayed myself, you know. Then I got into sports and found out I was good at sports. You know, everything I did, I excelled in, you know, but never had money to push it forward.
Yeah, to you know, take it to the next level, or you know, there was money was a need that you had to put first.
Correct.
Okay.
You know, and
yeah, man.
You know, my mother's a strong woman. You know, raised 4 kids on her own. You know,
That's a hard thing to do, man.
But you know, I was always different. So I left the house at 15. Started living my life. You know,
15, man. So where'd you go?
I go to friends' houses, sleep on couches.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Here and there, and started got a job. You know, never worked over the table.
No, you were young like that. So so what? How? What was your first job, and how did it come about?
Doing tennis courts.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? You know,
it's unique for sure.
Right. You know, I was doing tennis courts, and everybody liked the way I worked. I'm a strong person, you know. And,
yeah.
I work hard, you know. Then I met my dog, I met my first love, you know.
Your child's mother.
Correct. And 25 years I stayed with her. And you know, got stabbed in the back, best friend, got her pregnant. That's when it all started.
Damn, dude. That fucking that had to be that definitely sounds like a life-altering experience, man.
Life-changing for sure. You know, I never felt that pain before, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Now that was you know, the first time, like, you know, you really cared for somebody. And
yeah, that was my
how when did you start dating her?
18. You know.
Yeah.
18. You know, made it to 25. She told me she was pregnant and had my beautiful daughter. You know,
Yeah.
was an excellent father. You know, there for her every day. You know, I used to walk 7 miles every day to go home to sleep. I'll sleep. I'll wake up, walk to my daughter, wake her up, give her breakfast, stay with her the whole day.
Yeah. So when you said that, you know, that's when it started going downhill. What was going through your mind? What led you down the path of you know, darkness and fuckery?
But when she told me she was pregnant, you know.
Now, did she tell you? Did she try to front and act like, you know, it was yours, or did?
No.
How did you find out that your best friend, you know, was?
Yeah. I fished bass tournaments. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I went. Me and my best friend did that for a long time. We did that, and he said he was staying home this time. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get it, so I go up. I'm fishing. I felt weird.
You had like a sixth sense.
Yeah, you know. So
just something was off.
I go home and he's there with my daughter and my daughter's mother. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's something that, you know, as your best friend and stuff, it wouldn't seem that off, right?
Right, but it just felt wrong, you know.
Yeah, there was just something about it, right? Yeah.
You know, and then a month later, she says to me, "I'm pregnant." I got excited.
Of course, man. You already had one kid that you know, you were happy to have, and you know.
Yeah, you know, I got really excited, man, and she said, "It's not yours."
Wow, man, that's a fucking roller coaster of emotion. Like, you know, it's like you're so happy that you know, you're having another kid, you know, with you know, the person you love, and then, you know, she drops that bomb on you just like immediately after, or oof.
Yeah, yep. And just out of the blue, you know, she told me right when she found out she was pregnant, you know. So I called my best friend up, you know. I said, "Come to the house real quick."
Oh, fuck.
I got to talk to you about something.
Yeah.
You know?
Now this the whole month, right? Your best friend, he was playing stupid. Just like there was nothing. There were no red flags.
None. I had no suspicion. You know.
Yeah.
You know, I was there. You know, we were just hanging out and
yeah, living life like nothing. Like regular every day.
Right. You know, and when I found out.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, man. You know, I told him, I say, you know, come to the house real quick. I got to talk to you. You know, so he pulls up on his bike.
So what was your plan? Did you have a plan, or you're just fucking seeing red?
I couldn't think straight.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So he gets to the house. I said, come up on the porch so we can talk. He said, for what? He looked at my daughter's mother and he said, why is she crying?
Oof.
You know why she's crying. And then
so he knew she was pregnant with his kid.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay. All right. So he's playing dumb up until basically, you know, you have to fucking spell it out for him. Okay. All right.
Correct. You know, and then, you know, he come up on the porch and that was it. I laid into him, you know.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm staring at my daughter's mother, looking at her like, you did this.
Where was your daughter at the time?
My daughter was taking a nap.
Okay. All right.
At that time.
Yeah.
You know. After I stomped him down, I took his Harley and ghosted it right down the street. I think that was worse than beating him up.
Yeah, man, dude, a man's bike is fucking like a man's lady. So, you know, at least you know, now when you did that, man, did you feel like you got some retribution? Did you feel any better, or just no? Yeah.
No, not at all. You know, I hopped on my bike and I went to my mother's. I was talking to my mother, and she was like, "Well, since you got a bombshell, I got another bombshell for you."
Oh no.
Yeah. She looked at me and said, "You're not Irish." Because my whole life I thought I was Irish.
Right. That's you know.
Said, what do you mean I'm not Irish? She said, your father is not your real father.
Wow.
You were adopted.
Fuck, man.
At 32, this happened.
That's fucking that's a whole lot of shit to take on all at once, man. Fuck, dude.
You know.
Now, why you know why, or you have any idea why your mom would choose to do that at that time, or she figured it was a good time to get it off her chest because how could it get any worse?
Well, I was I went to the bathroom, and I was talking to myself. I feel like I kept on saying, I can't even look at myself in the mirror. I don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
People keep on playing games with me. Everybody lies to me.
Yeah.
I go out, and my mother's sitting on the back porch. I went up. That's when I went out. I was like, Mom, what's the matter with you? Well, why you out here crying? That's when she told me.
Yeah, so she was probably living with that guilt and that fucking burden for a long time too.
Man.
So,
She said we did it to so you wouldn't hurt. And you think about that,
Yeah.
But whatever, that's when the darkness came. From there, I went to the spot where I was born and raised. Got a little bit of everything. Got a hotel room.
You just wanted to numb your pain, numb yourself to the fucking world, right?
Feel anymore.
Nah, before that, man.
Die.
No. But you just wanted to fucking basically,
breathe.
Escape.
Yeah.
Escape reality.
Right.
So before that, did you dabble or party a little?
Never.
Nothing.
I mean,
yeah, okay, but nothing like
Never.
nothing. So this is the first time you're doing anything,
Yeah.
and you got a buffet of substances apparently.
That's right. Yeah. Everything I used to dabble in and hustle in the street, I got.
Yeah.
From that day on.
So when you how did it what attracted you to it? Like, did you do it and you're like, wow, you know what, this is what I need right now. This is the it made you
it made me feel.
Yeah,
it
made
like
you escape reality and didn't you weren't thinking about anything that happened. Right. You were thinking about anything else.
Thinking about bubbles and trees and water and
Yeah, just anything. Yeah.
Not the reality that just smacked me in my face.
Yeah.
That basically killed me.
Yeah.
That person that I was will never exist.
So what did you do from there? Because now, I'm assuming you don't have a place to stay.
Right. All my savings went to it. Everything went to it. All my bikes went to it. Everything I had went to it. And I found myself in the woods by myself, alone. I built me a little shack.
So basically, that event put you in a place where you went from having a job, family, possessions, house,
the
bikes,
American dream.
Yeah, man. And then you went from that to literally craving the numbness and the basically the emptiness, or
yeah,
all the way until you ended up now when you were on that road, man, like, so to speak.
Yep.
Were you thinking about that, like, what am I gonna do, or what
everything went from how am I gonna deal with that lifestyle? How am I gonna explain to my daughter, and how am I gonna explain to everybody how hurt I am?
Yeah.
What everybody had done to me. And everybody was blaming me for what I'm doing. They're like, you're doing this for yourself, and this, and in the long run, everybody else did it to me, but
yeah, that was, it's like basically I'm assuming that was your way of coping and staying alive, but not really living.
Right,
it's
right.
You're on this earth, but you're a walking ghost. So
that's right. That's right. And then then I got caught. I was boosting every day. I'd wake up, go boost.
So that's how you supported yourself.
Yeah.
Man. So you You go out and steal a bunch of shit, and then were you? Or how'd you off it? Or were you trading it? Or
Yeah, I was going to all the little bodegas and they'd buy it up.
Yeah.
I ended up getting onto a little pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I go grab this, bring it here. It became my
your day to day.
Yeah,
that became your routine.
My schedule, my routine, correct. Yeah. And then after that, I'd grab my work and I'd go off into the woods by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So, all right. So, how did you get caught?
So in the mix, I'll get caught here and there, and they would let me go, and then
So you were known to them, but it was like they basically they saw, it was like, all right, man, this dude's obviously, basically they
it was like Pac-Man.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Like I knew how to skip around them, and they wouldn't come into the woods because they knew who I was.
Okay, all right.
They wouldn't come into the woods because they knew I had the wood booby trap.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It got to be like that, 19 more wasn't fun to keep on your shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
So I went far one day and I hit up a bank, and
Yeah.
came back and woke up in the morning. I went on my run, and instead of going left, I went right, and there they were.
Now, what was it? A couple squad cars, or?
No, it was a single officer,
and he just happened to see you and noticed, and
he noticed who I was, and that was it. He grabbed me. I was just tired, man. I was tired, and I just put my hands up. I said, "Here we go." I went in for a little bit. They put me in a little JRI bed, and then which is a jail release program, and I met my beautiful wife.
Yeah. So and we'll have her on next time, and you get to know both of them.
She taught me how to feel again.
So basically, she gave you some hope and happiness.
That's right. Yep. And
or brought you back to reality somewhat.
Correct. Made me feel like a person again.
Yeah.
And then I started to get that feeling again. That loneliness. And when I see her, she I'd get happy. But as soon as she left me and I was by myself, that demon would hit me.
Yeah. So basically, she's your peace of mind. She's, basically, I don't want to say your leash, but like basically like she's yeah, fuck, man. Anybody want to jump in? Like she's your calming effect, she's your personal person Xanax, so to speak.
My comfort.
Yeah, like your comfort blanket. Like, or you're like, yeah, like, yeah.
When she was next to me, I felt like I was a person. I wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, you weren't just like a walking shell of a person.
Right. I felt deeply in love with her, but then again, she had a life, and I didn't want to hold her back from what she was doing,
Yeah.
She would go to work and go to the gym and her lifestyle. I wanted her to keep her lifestyle. I didn't want her to change just because I was here.
Yeah. Well, that that's considerate.
And then those in between times, I would do damage.
So, what was going through your head right there with that? It was like a dueling emotions.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. you know, I started doubting myself. You know, this,
Like basically, do I deserve this, or
Right.
am I bringing this person down, or
exactly. You know, like exactly. You know, she's such a blessing and such an angel. Why was she put next to me? You know what?
Yeah, right.
How did she come and find me? That's a whole different story. Shit, tell you. You know,
Of course.
You know, but all that in between damage that I was doing ended up catching up to me.
Okay.
You know, and they could, you know, I went on a 4-year run, and you know, and my wife stayed right next to me.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
We disappeared. You know.
So basically, you brought her, instead of her bringing you out of your life, you brought her into yours.
Correct.
Because she obviously had to care for you.
Right. You know, and there's a lot of regret. You know, a lot of shame on me.
Yeah.
You know, to this day. You know,
Guilt and shit.
How could I damage such a perfect person? You know.
Yeah. But you know, it's I don't know, man. Maybe it's a trade-off. You know, you both seem to care for one another a great deal, and you know, you both have somebody to lean on in life.
Yeah.
So, and you know, that's a rare thing, man, for people to stick together through thick, thin, good, bad, and fucking hell. You know, and stay together. You know, that's
you know, cold winters out in the woods.
So how did you convince her to go out in the woods? That's fucking wild.
Yeah, bro. You know, I told her, I was like, you know, I don't have anybody. You know.
Yeah.
I can't stay here. They'll find me here.
So okay, so they were looking for you actively and shit.
I was
Okay.
most wanted.
All right.
You know, yeah, you know, all around town knew me by smell. You know.
So you were hitting the same places then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, I told her, you know, I said, I gotta go, babe. I can't stay here. She said, you're not leaving without me.
Wow. So she, in the end, you know, it wasn't that, you know, you tricked her, or you know, you were honest and said, listen, man, this is, you know, I don't want to fucking and then she said, no, fuck that. I'm
straight up.
I'm with you, good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
That's fucking, I don't know, any of you guys ever fucking, you know, really, you know, can you say that? That's you know, Bonnie to his Clyde.
That's it. You know, that was my ride or die. I looked at her right there and I said, you know, I'm a scumbag. I'm a dirtbag. You know, I don't want to bring you down. She said, you can't bring me down. I was born on this earth for you. And we left. You know?
Yeah. So how long were you out there?
We were in the woods for 4 years.
On and off, or just straight?
Straight 4 years. You know, I built a hut out there, and
when you say you built a hut, like, you know, give us an idea.
You know, palace.
Yeah. Okay. So you're good with you're good with your hands and okay, all right. So, you know, this isn't like Tony Pizza's cardboard shack, you know.
That's
so
right.
okay, all right. And you say you had like windows and shit too?
Yeah, well, yeah, it had everything left. It had everything. I had power.
What?
That's right. You know, I went out there. I took the rims off a bicycle. I had 3 rims on a bicycle, you know, and I hooked them to the car alternators.
Okay. Damn.
And I got boat batteries. And
yeah.
I put the rims in the river. And when the river would flow down, it would spin the
tires and create wow.
Alternator to charge the batteries that have my PlayStation and my fan.
So you had fucking a fan, PlayStation, and all that, huh? No, that's that. Listen, man, that's something to be said, and that's like, you know, listen, I wouldn't be able to. Where did you learn how to do that, or did you just figure it out?
I just figured it out. You know, me and my wife. You know, I would throw her an idea. She'd be like, "You're amazing. How would you figure that out?"
Fuck, man.
You
That
know?
listen, I see. I didn't even know that part, man. That's fucking that's quite the ingenuitive mind. You know? Yeah. Fuck, man.
Yep. So I just put things together, you know, and then next thing you know, she's praising me for the fan and the lights.
The simple things.
You know, and
Yeah.
went to the running water.
Yeah.
I had running water, and I built a little fireplace with a chimney, so we had heat in the winter. And
Damn, so you were there fucking all 4 seasons through and through. Wow, man. Like
from winter to winter.
Yo, zombie apocalypse happens, man. Yo,
we're good.
All right. So what how did what happened from there? What
It's crazy. I feel like Joe Dirt right now.
fuck, dude? Yeah, Joe Dirt with a fucking, doctorate in engineering.
Yeah. That's funny. But went day by day, and I was on the run.
Well,
all that went behind.
So basically, I think like we like when you were in the world, you were paranoid and cautious, and you felt hunted. But I think maybe the woods, you felt free and uninhibited. Basically, that was your escape. Like where you go in the woods, and then all that pressure and all that stress of all the eyes on me, and it just dissipates.
Gone. Just gone. People would show up at the woods. I love you. Get away from me. I just.
Okay, so there was family that or family and friends that were coming and
associates.
Okay. Yeah, people that were trying to they couldn't,
that were in my life before.
Right, they just couldn't understand
what's going on.
Yeah.
They were telling me, "Oh, you're in this spot because you want to be in this spot, and you're making this all up to be worse than what it is." And for real.
Well, just my personal experience, people tend not to, put themselves in other people's predicaments or situations, especially if they haven't gone through it themselves.
Yeah.
But they always like to, tell you what you should, could, or can be doing without. It's like, they can figure out all your problems in 5 minutes, but it's like when you put that shit to the actual, from pen to paper to actual, real life, it's not that simple.
Scream out, we love you. But when I was freezing cold and had no place to go, and I called them up and be like, "Listen, I'm cold and hungry."
Conditional, like basically, it was you felt like it was not sincere,
right,
or just genuine, like it was like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
When I needed them, they weren't there.
Yeah.
Well, then they figured out that, hey, wait,
he doesn't need us.
He stopped calling.
He doesn't need us anymore. Yeah. So they basically, they're like, wait a minute, no. We want this person to be dependent on us, apparently.
Right.
Okay.
And got mad when I started to figure everything out, and then who was there keeping me warm, making sure I ate food, making sure that I felt loved.
Yeah, man, that's
my angel,
And it sounds like you were doing the same thing for her.
Yeah, I guess so.
Apparently,
she was there when I fell asleep and there when I woke up. So,
and before her, did you have that ever in your life, or
a little while?
A little while, but not like that, like that level,
like not that type of love, man.
That fucking, it's like no matter what happens, she's gonna be right there.
Right, no matter what.
It doesn't matter what you could do, what you could say. It just
I could have my asshole. Excuse my language.
No, go ahead and say shit. Fuck all you want.
Drag it behind me. You know what I mean? And she'd be right there helping me put it in the bag. She's that type.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we were born to be with each other, like
soulmates.
That's right. Like I want to be ghost with her, like.
You know what, dude? I've never heard that. But that's a good That's a good way to put it, man. It's like, you know, you after you live your lives together, you know, it's like, no. I want to be eternally.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Like you can't picture your life without her.
No, I couldn't picture a day without her, you know.
Yeah.
And then they took me away from her.
That had to be hard, man. That had to be hard. Now, what happened? How? Take us through that. Take us through that day. Like you woke up.
I got sloppy, you know. I got sloppy,
Okay.
you know. Went to a store, you know, and the person I was boosting, and I was like, listen, they're watching.
Okay, so you were taking unnecessary risks, and you know you had partners and stuff.
I started to feel like maybe they're not looking for me.
So you let your guard down a little. Yeah.
I did. You know, like people say, you know, it's not a sucker punch, it's a sucker that gets punched. You know, and I let it happen.
But let me ask you, it had to be inevitable. You had to know.
It was gonna come.
At one point or another, it was, you know, but it's.
You'll always get caught. You do. I never thought that was possible, you know, but eventually they're gonna get you.
Yeah, you're gonna piss them off enough to where, you know, they're like, no. You're our main and only attention.
That's right. You know, they gave me a good bit of time. You know.
How long did you get?
They gave me 3 years.
Okay.
You know,
and now that's a long time with you know,
without my angel.
Right.
You know, and I was talking, you know, I was calling her every day, and she's crying and telling me how people are taking advantage of her, and you know, she's helping people out, and they're not paying her back, and
oh,
you know,
Jesus.
Then I found out someone broke into her place and stole from her. You know,
and that has to be, you know, a nightmare, because you know you feel like you're
her.
Exactly, you're there to protect her. That's, you know.
And I let her down.
Yeah.
You know? And I couldn't protect her anymore, and you know.
And now, like, now that you know you're not there, you see the world that you know you felt almost betrayed. You know, is doing the same thing to her.
Right. Absolutely. You know. So I promised her, you know, I'll always be here for you. I'll protect you no matter what. And I couldn't anymore. You know, sitting that.
And there was nobody that, you know, had your back and looked out, or
Everybody was calling my wife, trying to get with her, telling her I'm a dirtbag and this and that. And
the so-called friends, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know?
Everybody's there during the good times, or, you know, but in the bad, it's like you find out who's who and what's what.
Oh yeah. You know, people promise you the world, but when it comes down to it,
it's it's like, you know, I'll believe it when I see it.
It's your world, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I that's when I started feeling like I came into this world alone. You know, am I gonna leave alone? You know, started to doubt everything. And then one day I call home and my wife said someone tried to rape me. And I said, baby, I'm coming. And that's where the story begins.
All right. So now you've got, you know, a backstory and, you know, an idea, you know, a little insight into what led up to this, and, you know, what.
Right.
All right. We're going to take a 2-minute break because I'm going to make some fucking tea, and we'll decide how much we get into it. And then, you know, again, we'll tell you the whole entire story, and, you know, have it available for you guys, you know, ask questions and stuff. But just wanted to give you, you know, like I said, man, this was an impromptu, unprepared, you know, sporadic thing. So give us a minute, have some laughs, bullshit, break some balls. Be back in a minute.
Yeah. Now
dig? You got rich, right? They do what they want to do. And you got broke niggas, you heard? They do what they gotta do. Now ask yourself, which one are you? Fall back, soaking in Remy, sitting back, smoking the scary. That hustling is so in me, never show envy. Got a style unmatched, I'm like back in 84, now smile at that. Unseen when I'm low, but still right in your face. I'm so skinny, but that's fighting my waist. Some Jags to Jeeps, hoopties with the raggedy seats. Just imagine how I'm moving if we had any beef. Beats relax me good, keeps me nasty. Low the when I see the G's creeping past me, ducking the knocks. Born busting Dutchess apart. Love with pretty lips when you get it far. Finna foe, freak for the rims that glow. Rock Timbs if it's summer or 10 below. Blood the streets, the signs of is deep. I'm just another next up trying to eat.
I had some problems.
Baby, you found the answer. It's all for y'all now.
Told me to take this chance,
but it seems y'all would rather see me hit than see me rich. Get bagged over some bull, see me snitch. Hoping some A's hope leave me sit like I'm a sucker for love with some easy. I did dirt through my days, but hit my work. Even then, still I made sure no kids got hurt. Sweet connects, been on since my feet got wet. From the best, turn back, learn to speak direct. My game sharpened, we all had our days of barking. You could tell styles by their ways of parking. Why disputed? Doe got us so polluted. Paranoid to the point it's like we overdo it. Police pressure, deep how to be Sylvester. Rough up, handcuffed, and treat you lesser. Toast on me, play y'all Pope will be. Y'all can bet I'm a vet, how it's supposed to be.
I had some problems.
So baby,
you found the answer.
It's all for y'all now.
Told me to take this chance.
I got it locked, feel me? Infinite game, get chills on the strength of my chain. It's only real. Certain mention my name, some relate. Others stay numb in the face. Trying to keep steps ahead like we running a race. Nights and Timbs, lady friends like I'm slim. Light makeup, that blend right with their skin. So what's the issue? All sucks to still official. Go and feel I'm still with you. Iceberging on the turnpike merging. Late night, white brake lights, black excursion. Trees, hustle a rap, I'ma keep roping. Too many niggas got deep emotions, the stress got them. Who else wanna express their problems? Get upset, but feel rest, respect the bottom. True or false, feel a fake love or hate. Right or wrong, as long as the thugs relate. Yeah. Y'all haters better get a hustle, man. Stop with me. I'm trying to live, man. You know what I mean? I've been at the bottom. I was rising, fell back down. I'm trying to climb up, man. Get off my back, baby. I'm sucker free this year. AZ to visualize a return. Once again, love.
All right, guys. One more minute, and we'll be back on to give you a taste of what happens next, where he decides to put together a plan and try to escape prison, and you'll find out what happens. Does he succeed? Does he get caught? Does he make it out? Does he get to see her, or what? And we'll go from there.
I'm ready. Come on! You know the chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text phenomenal, rapid fire, pecs through the abdominal, you bastard liars, me who's the honorable, bathed and clothed up, shaved and close cut, restraint from temptation, was drained from both nuts. Now in the physical form, verbalized through the scriptures, I was biblically born as Aya, Jeremiah, conceived through the blunt fire, on Kawasaki's could willy up on one tire, well respected, gel connected, got the method for them pretty females, perfected for sure, very few flaws, heavy Chevy 2 doors, candy painted to give a nigga the blue balls, pause, this the life I chose, the 360, the ciphers closed, come on,
the format is real sickness, contagious,
here I come, Daisy, there you go,
still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Young and gifted, my tongue's prolific. In the beach bungalow is how I bung in Christmas. With a street summer flow from the hungriest district. Switch kicks, crisp when I come to them picnics. Play slow, paper chase stack and lay low. Range roll, tinted all black, the same old. Psychic mind, bites his rhymes. Then turned the new leaf on my life of crime. No concerns with new beef, who's as nice as I'm. It's confirmed from few feet, I'm still a sniper blind. Built my fame, spilt my pain. Politic and daily still trying to milk the game. It's obvious that I'm real, rap skills remain. I took some change and I'm still the same.
The format is real sickness, contagious.
Here I come, Jay-Z. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Learned the system, burned some ism. Jotted my Jews down like journalism. How I maneuver now, it emerged in wisdom. A pilgrim, prophesize, putting words to rhythm, relating. I Adam Clayton in manifestation, patient. Meditating with the man who's waiting, pacing. Like an inmate that sealed his fate. Let some years escape, but I'm still in shape. I'm chilling, deeply rooted. A beast with music from best out to the east. I'm too at peace to lose it, beloved. I still does it. Breathing off a Trump budget. Fresh out of Bloomies with the Louis luggage.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, we're back. So up until now, you know, we've taken you. We're back. Oh shit! God damn it! So hold on, technical difficulties. All right, so you know, we've taken you on a short journey of you know, how quickly someone's life can turn, and you know, do a 180, and you know, where a normal person can end up due to situations or circumstances. And so, you know, he finds, you know, love, happiness, he's content. Granted, it's not, you know, ideal by any means, you know, even, you know, to him, but it's something, you know, he's attained, you know, something that he hasn't had in a long time. So he gets locked up, and it's unbearable because, you know, the person he cares so much about and would do anything for, you know, and is getting hurt. And not only hurt, but he feels like, you know, he's failing because he's, you know, he's supposed to be there to protect her and look out, and he can't do that. So I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna go back, and so you're basically going nuts inside.
Correct. You know,
And you know, so when did you decide, you know, that's it?
the day she told me that someone came in.
Okay.
You know.
No, make sure you don't use the artwork. You know, but okay. So what? Take us through what how did you formulate and what were you looking for? Like
you know, the whole time I was in there, you know, I kept on
looking for weaknesses and just
you know,
naturally,
Like if I was to escape, how would I do it? Or you know.
Okay, so it was already on your mind. Just it was basically, but it was theoretical. It wasn't something you planned on, you know, really doing.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
Just like something to keep your mind busy, so to speak.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. Absolutely. You know. And then one day, I got out the phone, and you know, and I told my angel, baby, I'm coming, and the gears started turning, and it fucking worked. You know.
So all right, so what was the first step? Like where like how
you know, I'd wake up, you know, and you know, I wasn't the best inmate, you know.
Okay, so you know, maybe misbehaved. So
There were disciplinary. Okay, so it wasn't like you were a trusted, like a trustee or anything like that.
No.
Okay. So they weren't giving you any jobs or letting you anywhere near fucking. Okay.
No, I wasn't allowed to be with other inmates. I wasn't in population.
Okay.
In the dorms. I was.
So were you in solitary confinement or what?
No.
But you just weren't in the dorms.
I was just single cell.
Okay. All right.
I was out on the tiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
When rec can't happen, I'd go down. Play cards with people, and then go back.
But they didn't want you in a small confined place with somebody else.
They didn't want me. They didn't want to put anybody in my cell.
Okay.
I wouldn't let anybody in my cell.
All right.
I'm not some little guy that takes shit from people. There's no man that fears me. The life I lived made me the person I am now.
Yeah.
As you see, Lefty, I'm not some tiny.
No.
I walked in.
You can handle your own, and it's like you're not gonna cower or bend to anybody just because of fear or anything else.
Right. And people, other inmates know that.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Like it's you've shown and proven that people know who you are and what not to do and what to do.
Right.
Because there's been people that have already
paid for it.
Tested the waters.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I'm loaded with stories.
Listen, no, we're just giving them the basics and like I said,
a little build up to the table.
Yeah, we're gonna give them blue balls and shit,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
but
definitely.
all right, so like when did you know you this is the plan? This is like now I just gotta find the right time. So
right.
So what was the plan, and how did you get to point A from point B? Like, take us through. Like, all right, you wake up in the morning, you're like, I figured it out. Like, that's the last piece.
I already had figured it out. I already knew a way to get out. I already had that. It was just building up the balls to go.
Okay.
To do it.
Yeah.
So
what? When
anger got me to do it.
Right. Okay.
The next morning.
So how long did it take from when you said to your girl, "That's it, man. I'm coming. I'll see you soon."
I'll be there in 24 hours.
Really?
I was there in 22.
Wow. Okay, so you already had that fucking plan, pat, and fucking in your mind that was well, what? Now let me ask you this: how sure of it were you?
I wasn't sure.
But you were willing to take that risk.
I wasn't even 50% sure.
You were just willing. You were willing to risk it all.
I was going, regardless if it worked or not. If it didn't work, hey,
what are you gonna do?
But if it worked, it worked.
Okay.
And it worked.
All right. So take us through. You wake up that day.
I woke up that day, and like how I seen how I seen how to do it, I went with it. Instead of running it through my head and drawing it out on paper, I did it.
All right. So how'd you go about it? What? Take us through. Take us through.
All right. The day I left, I woke up. I watched, which was a Monday.
Okay.
So
why? And now anything because it was a Monday, or just that day didn't matter? Okay. So there wasn't like a schedule or something that had to be like a Monday. Okay.
I had a different way to go every day of the week.
Okay, so you accounted and made adjustments depending on when you would have to do it. If like, all right, so if it's this day, I have to do it this way.
That's right.
Okay, all right. So you made fucking all right. So so you were fully you made preparations and made sure you had backup after backup. Okay. All right. So it's a Monday. You wake up.
It was laundry day.
Okay.
You know.
So what did they do for laundry? Like what was the procedure? Where was the weakness?
The weakness was they came by my cell last.
Okay.
You know, and I noticed that they left the bin right at my cell. You know, so like the movies.
And they didn't pay attention to you. They just didn't even you weren't there.
Like nothing was wrong. Like,
so they left the cart there, right? But then when they went to go back up, they didn't ever, make sure you were there or.
Well, no, the COs don't come do the check for at least a half hour after laundry leaves.
Okay, so the laundry guys aren't guards or anything like that. They're just people that work.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're actually creating incredible weakness and opportunity without knowing it, and okay, all right.
They do have an inmate that walks with them, so
right.
But
I don't think he's gonna dart you out.
And absolutely, they're blues, they're rats,
Yeah. So how did you now?
I jumped in. I jumped in the laundry basket.
Oh man, that had to be a fucking terrible smell.
Yeah, terrible smell. Everything about it was.
Ugh. But you were willing to. It was like Shawshank Redemption. You were willing to crawl through a mile of shit. Fucking okay.
I crawled through 12 miles of shit for my angel.
All right.
And I told her I was coming, and I was coming.
All right. So now you're in the laundry cart.
I'm in the laundry cart, and they push it down. I seen before how the CO doesn't check the laundry cart.
Okay, so you're clocking weaknesses and all right. So
picking them all out. I jumped into the basket. They pushed me down. And down into the laundry, and from there, they pushed the basket into where the washers and dryers are. And I seen that it's a back door.
So this is all in the place.
It's all in
the prison. There's not a separate laundry, you're not going in a truck. Okay, so now you're just in a laundry room with the washers and dryers. Okay, so you've made it past a lot of the security circumvention. Okay,
right. And the reason why I figured that door was right there was on rec. You could see when they open one of the doors.
Yeah.
You can see through.
Okay, so you all right, so you had an idea of where
to work on it.
I bet, man.
And then one day they opened that door, and the inside door was open, and I seen that there was a milk wagon out there. The
milk truck.
Yeah, the milk truck.
Basically like the delivery service.
No.
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 Like it was a prison truck.
It made prison truck.
Okay, so it was like a truck that was for the grounds and such. And okay, all right.
They would bring people to court.
Okay, so this is left the property too.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you say milk truck, it wasn't delivering milk. It was it's slang for transport.
Transport truck.
Okay.
So I see that those doors kept on being open. So when that door opened, I was peeking out. I looked out. There was nobody there. I grabbed a couple of ties, slipped under the truck and tied myself up underneath the truck.
Holy shit.
And I stayed there for about probably 2 hours tied up underneath this truck.
What was the ground clearance on that?
They usually go by. I seen they would go by with a mirror.
With a little mirror, yeah, okay.
But underneath the truck was a little space, that I could wedge myself right in there. And,
Now, did you know about this space before?
I didn't have a clue.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was gonna do.
So basically,
you
get to the truck and you're like, all right, how am I gonna,
There you go.
Okay.
They, as soon as I got under that truck, they hit a buzzer.
So now they're aware you're missing. Okay.
Then they thought that I was down in medical.
All right.
So
you still had time, and it wasn't. Now, see that's even crazier because now they're on full alert.
And that truck was on its way out, and I knew it was on its way out, and they left, and I was underneath.
Now that had to be a wild ride.
And I seen the guy go by with the mirror and everything, look under the truck. He said, "You're clear."
Oh, that had to be
I almost shit my pants.
Right? that like the anticipation and the
like it's fucking working.
Oh
You
man.
know, and they pulled out off the grounds and they're humming down the street, and I'm like, I'm fucking out.
Now you just gotta survive that ride.
Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get out from underneath this truck.
Okay.
You know?
Because they don't stop, do they?
They don't stop.
So
Well,
you're
they stop at a red
well,
light.
at a red light and stuff, but they're not stopping at a restaurant or anything else. It's basically from the prison to the court.
Right.
And
yeah, there's no stopping in between.
right. And if you stop at a red light, you might not have time to untie yourself before they start to take off.
That's what they did. You know, we came to a stop. I untied myself and laid on the ground.
Yep. And hope they didn't see you in the rearview mirror.
Pulled away.
Oh.
And I laid on the ground. And they kept going.
Now you were still in your prison uniform, right?
Still in my tans.
Okay.
I jump up. I rip my tans off because I had my sweats underneath my tans.
Mm-hmm.
I got the tans off. I ran to a gas station. Stole something to drink because I was fucking
Yeah, man.
and whatever. And
Your
couldn't
adrenaline
believe I'm getting
pumping.
away. I couldn't believe it. And I seen somebody that I knew.
Oh.
I
Now,
said,
were you worried or relieved?
I was scared as shit. I was scared. I was trembling. Like, oh my God.
You didn't know how this person was going to react.
Fucking prison, bro.
Yeah, your adrenaline was pumping.
Right. I didn't escape a program. I didn't escape rehab. I literally escaped DOC.
Absolutely, man. That now, just that in its own, clearly, by the little we've got to know you, you seem to be very creative and ingenuitive. So, that's something to be said. So, all right. So you see somebody you know.
I see somebody I know, and they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing all right."
Now, did they know you were locked up?
No.
Okay, so they had no idea you just fucking escaped prison. You were.
No,
All right, so then it's just an innocuous, like, "Hey, buddy." Like,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing?
How's it
Yeah,
going?
yeah. Okay.
How's your day? Are you able to give me a ride? Yeah, get in the car.
Oh man, dude.
I got in the car. I ducked down. I'm looking everywhere. They're like, "Hey, you all right?"
Yeah, you seem a bit paranoid.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Bring me here."
So how far was the ride? How far were you from where your destination was?
About 15 minutes.
Holy shit, man. Sounds like the stars aligned.
I mean,
For real, like, it's
that
like
day-
one thing after the next, after the next, after the next.
I said, "Can I use your phone real quick?" He said, "Absolutely, go ahead." I called my wife. I said, "Baby," she says, "Where are you?"
Did they contact her yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
And yeah, I can see that day. I said, "Baby, I told you I'm coming, right?" She said, "Where are you?" I said, "I got away." I said, "I'm coming." She said, "Yeah, right."
So she didn't. She's like, yeah. Okay, sure.
She thought I was joking around.
Okay, all right. So then, so on the phone, did she finally realize, or was it when you showed up?
When I showed up.
Okay.
You got cell phones in prison.
Yeah. Of course.
And
Yeah.
I did my whistle, and my little dog came to the back window. And she opened the door. My dog came running to me, and my wife looked outside and said, "Baby!" And she dropped to her knees. And she got up and ran to me. And I ran to her. And it was...
It had to be, absolutely wonderful feeling, especially after, now how long were you locked up before this happened?
2.5 years.
Holy shit. So you had a 3-year sentence and you did this with 6 months left.
I was getting out in a couple months.
Woof! Now, what were you facing if you were caught?
Escape is 5 years.
And now that's fucking, some people would call that, ignorant or stupid. But, again, it's like you felt like you had no other option, no other choice.
I told her I was coming, and I was coming.
Wow.
You know, I let my wife. I let her down once.
And you weren't gonna do that
I
again.
was gonna do it again. And so we're standing there hugging and crying and everything, and she's like, "Oh my God, get the fuck inside."
And then she finally realized, like, she's like, wait a minute. Now her response wasn't like, you fucking asshole. No, she was just fucking.
She's like, that was the most romantic thing that ever happened to me.
You just escaped prison for her.
Yeah.
With a couple months to go.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, no, that probably had to show her how much you really care for her.
Yeah.
So,
And I stayed out for 4 days.
all right. So
And
that's that. We'll continue the story after.
All right.
So
hopefully people will come back to hear the rest of the story.
yeah. Now I'm debating. I might record it and then have them come on after and answer some questions and so on and so forth. Have some fun and But I don't know. You guys let me know what you prefer, or we could do it like this and live, even though you cocksuckers aren't commenting. But that's just because I feel like you're just so captivated with the story that you're speechless. Anyways,
But you guys don't like me.
no, that's fucking normal. All right. What was the reason behind needing to break out with such a small time left? Well then you weren't listening, you fucking prick. You went to go get some food, you dick. You should have been listening. Rewind that shit, K-Mac. You fucking asshole. He felt his girl was getting hurt, taken advantage of, and she needed him for protection. He felt like he was letting her down, and he couldn't handle her being hurt anymore.
That's right.
So you're lucky I like you dick, because everybody else I make rewind. But anybody else got any questions or I like that dude Jim and his brother. But that was just for fun. Anyways. Okay, he says that's a better reason than any, man. Better reason than any. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, I don't know. I figured, I'd switch it up with you guys. Try to provide you some interesting and entertaining content. And, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, like any good entertainer, I'm going to leave you wanting more. Hopefully. So, we will get to his story and we'll get into more detail, and we'll also hear from his girl and get her side of the story and her perspective and shit. So you get a full spectrum of everything. So normally I'd stay on and bullshit with you motherfuckers, but fuck off. I will see you guys later. Please feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what you want to do. Would you rather have it in recorded? No, I didn't fucking harbor this guy. No, man, no. We barely know one another, man. We met recently, and like I said, man, I feel like everybody's got a story or lived an interesting life in any kind of capacity. So I figured, hey, said, you know what, hey, man, that's a pretty interesting and unique story. And honestly, I didn't even hear half of it. So some of it was news to me. But we'll go down that road soon. But I would appreciate, I know you motherfuckers, don't usually provide, participation. And I'd be interested to know, and if you guys have any questions or anything like that, man, feel free to ask. And I will see you later.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So? What'll that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. How to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy.